Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen. Today I wanted to talk about some more ships and sort of the roadmap that we've seen for some of the teasers, some of the leaks, some of the rumours about them. And we did a video about this a little while ago, but we've had a load more information come out and more sort of teasers from CIG now. So I just want to go over some of the ships that we know about and some of the ships that we haven't had any updates on because people keep on asking. So we know some things. The Polaris, that mighty corvette, is on track still to be released by the end of the year, probably at the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo later in November. People are really hyped about that. That might be part of a 4.0 patch, it might be part of a X patch, it might be like an initial release. We'll have to wait and see. We also know that the Zeus Mark II, CL and ES are coming out with Star Citizen Alpha 4.0, and that has a window of release at some point in Q4 2024, but there is no word on the MR version yet. It might also turn up at the same time, it might come a little bit later, which is more likely. The only other sort of ship that we know is going to be turning up real soon is the new Saber Raven variant. This is coming with 3.24 unless something happens to change that. Spoilers, this is almost certainly called the Peregrine. CIG have teased this a couple of times and it looks like it's going to be a racer, but as I've been saying, you can use things like racers as interceptors. It's going to be using a modified Saber Raven chassis. Don't have a huge amount of information on it beyond that. Obviously stuff can and will change in development as well, but yes, the expectation is that it's going to be turning up with 3.24. Mainly really just because there's no other real ships with 3.24 and they showed it off as a Twitter little teaser. Oh yeah, I want to talk about what Jared was talking about in the Inside Star Citizen as well, because there was a bit of a garbled message there on purpose. We'll come to that in a minute. So other ships on the roadmap we know about, the Hornet Mark II variants, so like the Ghost and the Tracker and the Super Hornet will be or look to be finishing up between now and November, so they'll turn up at some point potentially by the end of the year. I'm expecting them to turn up in 4.0 or the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo, but they could make them turn up during the sort of Fleet Week next year. We'll have to wait and see. I suspect them sooner than that. Additionally, there were 8 unannounced vehicles and ships. Obviously, one of them is probably that Saber Raven variant, but these other ones could turn up over the next few months in 3.24, in the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo, CitizenCon 4.0, but some of those probably 2025. Now, talking about that teaser that we got from Inside Star Citizen, Jared says something. Now, the first part, very easy to tell what he's saying. He's saying Mirai something. It looks like, when you put it to really slow speed, that he's saying Mirai Guardian, I think, or something similar to that. I believe this is going to be what the Fat Fury is, the nickname of one of the ships that was shown at CitizenCon, most of which have now been released. But yeah, very likely that's one of those 8 unannounced ships that they've been working on. There's also some other bits and bobs. Over the last couple of weeks, CIG have been showing off teasers for what appears to be a new MISC ship. I don't actually know what this is. This could be loads of different stuff. This could be a starter ship. This could be a new industry ship of some kind. Some people are saying maybe it's quite a small sort of base builder, something like that, because we know they've got homesteads turning up, or at least going to be shown off at CitizenCon. I literally don't know. I've got no other information on that at the moment. And yeah, I suppose the sky's the limit. It's your theatre of the mind. It's your imagination. Is there anything that sort of restricts you there on having a good reckon about what you think that ship could be? Tell me what you think it is in the comments below. What would you like to see come out from MISC if it is indeed a MISC ship they are teasing? There is something else that was sort of teased as well, which is a Crusader starter ship. Now, this was a rumour, and then I believe was hinted at as well by John Crew from CIG that some form of Crusader starter ship was coming to the 2954 Intergalactic Aerospace Expo in November. There's also an unidentified ship from, I think it's ship number 5 from CitizenCon that basically could be that Crusader ship, could be that MISC ship. I had some interesting rumours as well off the rumour mill that they might be doing some F8 variants as well, which would make sense if they, wanted to go down the route of having some cool, interesting fighters to potentially sell, as well as then develop. But that is a second-hand rumour. I do think this year is going to be the biggest Intergalactic Aerospace Expo that CIG have ever had, both in terms of sort of attendance, amount of civilians and citizens and backers and free fly and all that sort of stuff, just a big event, but also the biggest amount of sales that they've had. There's going to be a load of cool ships turning up here. There's going to be a load of new ones. There's going to be some favourites. Assumedly, the Polaris is going to be turning up there, and just that is going to make it a pretty big event. Hopefully, Jax McCleary will turn back up, who is Space Jeremy Clarkson. It's going to be after CitizenCon, so they're going to want to keep any momentum they've got going from that as well, especially if they've announced a Squadron 42 release date. I would expect them to really get on board with some traditional advertising, but yeah, a big marketing momentum after that would be my expectation. And I'm expecting just loads of ships and vehicles to turn up at the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo. At least four, probably more, sort of 5+, including the sort of Polaris would be my expectation, some variants and that sort of stuff as well. Now, there are no new updates on ships like the Apollo or the Banu Merchantman. They don't appear to currently have teams working on them as far as I could tell. But it is worth mentioning the Alpha 4.0 and other things that have turned up on the sort of roadmap tracker stuff might influence some of the ships they make in the future. We know there are things like player homesteads they want to start showing off, and maybe there will be some base building stuff like that. There's also crafting bits and bobs that they've got added on the progress tracker as well, so maybe we'll see fabrication ships, crafting ships, stuff like that. I'd really like to know what you think in the comments below in terms of what you're expecting to see at the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo, what you're expecting to see in 3.24 and 4.0 in terms of ships. And do you think we've hit the mark with a load of those rumours and that sort of stuff, or do you have vastly different expectations of what ships are going to be turning up when? Do new ships like this excite you and you're like, yeah, cool, I love this new stuff because it's adding some new cool stuff to the game? Or are you like, no, it's this horrible form of monetization, they only make these new ships just to sell them? Would you like to see F8 variants turn up and potentially CIG sell them, or do you think that's a terrible idea? Whatever your thoughts or questions on this, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. And do you like to see some of these spoiler warning videos? If so, yeah, tell me about that as well. Toby eye trackers, they're on sale still at the moment. That's something that maybe you want. It's like 20% off or so. Click on the links down below to get those deals if you want some native eye and head tracking in Star Citizen. Very high precision, very cool. Have a great day. Thanks for watching the video. And yeah, comments below, all that stuff. You stand at the pearly gates. The winged being there weighs your sins against the weight of a feather. You are found wanting. Not a problem for nordvpn.com/BoredGamer though. Just change your location. Boom, you're in. Bypass your sin. Get nordvpn.com/BoredGamer. Probably not a tagline that Nord wants, bypass your sin, but that's what they're getting. Maybe they want one about its added security, privacy, or accessibility. Pah, everyone knows that. You get that at a touch of a button. Click these links below to get great deals on that VPN service. Every month we give away a ship, and this month of August is all about your favourite ships, because it's the ship showdown. My favourite ship is the Mercury Star Runner, and I don't want to give one of those away, but I will. It's a fantastic little multi-role, multi-crew ship. It's got a bit of cargo space, it's got room for a little vehicle, it's got a good amount of firepower, perfect little mission runner. In the future it's going to have data running, it's good for smuggling, it's got lots of secret little hidey holes. I absolutely love this ship. All you need to do to be in for a chance of winning that is comment on any of my videos made during August. Also, I would love to know what your favourite ship is. If you would like to further support the channel, consider just commenting or liking, subscribing. That all helps. But also there's the join button under my videos. That goes a huge way to allow us to make daily content on Star Citizen. There's also Patreon, sharing the videos, direct donations. There's links to all of that down below. Thank you so much for watching to the end. You take care and have a great day.